Here are the graphic novels. I really regret taking all my books out of the bookshelf. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm doing a bookshelf reorganisation thing, reorganising my bookshelf, just because like my bookshelves are a really mess. Like I try and sort them out into genres, but there are some, like the Six of Crows is just randomly down here, and the rest of the fantasy books that I own are all up here. So yeah, so I decided to reorganise it, and I'm filming it. And there are also some of these books which I have that don't even fit on my bookshelf, or I just need to put them on my bookshelf. So yeah, this could be interesting and it might take a while. I'm probably gonna be filming like the first part of this video now, and then I have a maths lesson which will last about an hour, and then so in about an hour I'll do the rest. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna start by like taking all of I'm gonna start by taking all the accessories and stuff on my bookshelf off. So I'm just gonna start. Okay, so I have taken all my books off my bookshelf. I regret doing so. So what I want to do is I want to organise, so what I want to do is I want to organise, I kind of want to do them by colour, but at the same time I know that I don't, I just said that. But I know that I also don't, just because like series will obviously get separated if I organise them by colour. And I don't know that I have a book in every colour of the rainbow, so it might look a bit weird. So I don't think I'm going to do it by colour. So instead I'm going to do it by genre. And I'm going to make it fairly similar to how it was before. Like I want fantasy on this shelf, and yeah, I'll work the rest of it out. I only know that I want fantasy on the top shelf here. Yeah, and then I think, so I'll organise them by genre, and then by like alphabetical order with the authors' names. So what I'm going to do is, like with before, I have my graphic novels just on this side, or all the graphic novels that are the same size on this side, because I have like one other that's not the same size as the rest of them, which I keep somewhere else because it's also not the same genre as the rest of them. So yeah, I'm probably going to put my graphic novels here. And then I really regret taking all my books out of the bookshelf. Here are the graphic novels. They're all one series, and then I've just got random Guardians of the Galaxy one. Not arguing, but yeah, so I'm gonna put them there. Okay. The problem is I can't see all of my fantasy books because they're all on the floor. So I'm gonna have to hope. I regret this. Okay, so I've come to a dilemma. So I have The Fire Thief here by Terry Deary, and it is a fantasy. It's a historical fantasy that heavily features Greek mythology, except it's actually based in like Victorian times or something. I don't know, it's actually been a while since I've read it. But I've got a bunch of other books by Terry Deary. They're all my Horrible Histories books. They'd obviously go in a different genre to fantasy because they aren't fantasy. But this one is, but I'm kind of debating whether to split up the author and make it so that they're in the right genres, or just make an exception for this one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep with the Horrible Histories. Okay, so I've finished doing the fantasy section of my bookshelf, and now I'm gonna like do the classics section, like all my classics. But I've only got like 5 minutes until my maths lesson, so I think I'm probably just gonna start getting ready for that, and then I'll do the rest in about an hour. So see you then. Okay, so it's now I don't know what time it is, but it's after my maths lesson, so you know I now have no more school, which is good. Yeah, I've moved the camera down here so I can put it all on here, and can actually see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see here, you can kind of see the tops of it, but I've made a couple of piles with some of the classics that I own. I think it's most of them. Though there are some that, yeah. There are some that also like go into other genres, like, but are still considered classics, like Nancy Drew or something. Like, it's still a mystery book, but it's also classic. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my fantasy shelves. Okay, so now I've put in all my classics. Now I think I'm just gonna do probably the smallest genre that I have, and that is sci-fi and dystopian. I'm putting them together just because a lot of the dystopian and sci-fi books I've actually read. I've borrowed like, yeah, I borrowed The Hunger Games from a friend, and I borrowed Eve of Man from a friend, and those are the only ones that I've read other than the ones that I own. So yeah, I haven't read many dystopians. The ones that I do have are these. Okay, that's that done. Now I think I'm going to do historical fiction. So yeah, I say I'm going to do historical fiction, but like a lot of the historical fiction I own is also mysteries, like the Roman mysteries and the Taylor and Rose Secret Agents and the Sinclair's mysteries and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put them all in one, basically. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my mystery books that aren't historical fiction. So I say that Nancy Drew is technically set in history, but it wasn't historical fiction when it was written. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I've actually moved a couple of things down, because, not down, but there are a couple on the fantasy section I didn't want on my bookshelf. And I thought they were just taking up unnecessary room. Like, I don't want to get rid of them, but there are some books that I just don't have on my bookshelf, so that I have room to actually put books on my bookshelf and stuff. So yeah, so I've moved everything along a bit. But yeah, so now I'm probably gonna do contemporary. I think I'm gonna put contemporary next. Okay, so now I've done my contemporary shelf. No, not contemporary shelf, but like all my contemporary. I think they actually work really well with just like all of it. I'm liking this shelf so far. So yeah, next I think I'm gonna do non-fiction. Okay, so I think I've done all my non-fiction. I haven't actually organised them alphabetically just because I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, so I think now I'm just gonna do all the other books that I have. These are mainly like children's books that I don't think particularly fit into any category. Like, they do, but yeah. Okay, so now my bookshelf is all reorganised. I kind of like it. I feel like it's going to take me a while to just get used to where everything is. Also, I'm sorry about the bad lighting, I might just turn the light quickly. Yeah, it might take me a while to work out like where everything is, or just remember where everything is. But yeah, I do like it. Yeah. Okay, so that's everything. Yeah, I've reorganised my bookshelves. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
She calls me day and night. I'm sorry, girl, you just don't make me feel right. never